In this video, I will show you how to do question 3 on the mastery assessment, which is here to create a histogram for total cholesterol for each group. So I'm going to do female and male total cholesterol. You will do it for those without and those with chronic heart disease. So first we want to highlight the data. So I'm going to click on that first total cholesterol value. And then remember here, our mean for females were cell 2 down to 2365. So I'm going to click on that first cell, and then I'm going to scroll down to row 2365 until I stop seeing zeros. So right here, that 600, hold down the shift key and click on the 600. And so you'll do the same thing, but with the fifth column, column E here. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up. And then I'm going to go to the Insert menu. I'm going to come over here to Graphs, and you want that center icon, which is Insert Statistic Chart. Click the down arrow, and then click this upper left histogram. So there's our histogram for females. We can go ahead and title our chart here. So this is female total cholesterol. And then we notice here, these are the groupings or the bins for the graph. So these are cholesterol values from 129 to 141. And the height of that was 5. It says value is 5 if you hover over. And those go to the right, again, with the groupings down here. Well, we see a lot of groupings here that don't seem to have any data in them. So we want to compress all of those into one group. We're going to use what's called an overflow group. So in order to get to that overflow group here, I'm going to bring this menu up. We are going to right-click on the groupings down there. And then you will see at the bottom of the menu, Format Access. So you're going to click on that. And then over here, you want to click Overflow Bin. Click that box for overflow. Now it started to overflow at 378. Let's start it at 400. So press 400 and then press Enter. So now this last grouping is greater than 400. So now 129 to 141, values 141 to 153, etc. So that's for females. We want to do the same thing for males. So that we'll put down here. Notice, by the way, here that our histogram is it's skewed a little bit to the right here because we have this tail going off to the right. So it's fairly symmetric up to about here, but then skews to the right. So slightly skewed to the right. So let's do the same thing for the males. That was B2366, so row 2366 to 4173. So we want in column B, we want to go down to row 2366, which is where the first one starts. So right here. And then we will scroll all the way down to the bottom of the data. And the last B column value is the 439. We're going to hold down on the Shift key and select that. And then we go to the Insert menu again, Statistic Chart, and Histogram. And so here's our male histogram. We are seeing, again, that we've got a lot of bins that don't have anything in them. So we right-click the bins, come down to Format Access. We're going to use an overflow bin, and let's start at 400 again so that our two graphs are on the same scale. So this is our male total cholesterol. Let's go ahead and title the chart. And we notice that this histogram is also skewed to the right slightly. So let's put those histograms side by side so that we can compare them. So I'm just going to click, and I can drag this anywhere that I want. So I just dragged the chart back up to the top here so that I could see them side by side. We see that they're both slightly skewed to the right. The middle here for the females looks like it's in one of these two ranges from 225 to 249. The middle for the males maybe slightly lower, 221 to 233. So those are the patterns that we're seeing here. So for the actual project, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to be using zeros and ones, looking at the zeros and ones in column E instead of column A. So you're going to be doing total cholesterol without chronic heart disease and then with chronic heart disease. And then you'll paste those histograms into your Word doc.